has started once again. That's how you know we're getting back.
7-2 versus Terran. 14-4. The fangirls scream his name. He's got over 100 wins in Pro League. He's 5-1 in ace matches. This guy was one of the most consistent Protoss players there at the end of Starcraft 1. Watch out for this guy, man. The old chin toss. He's still around.
He still does pretty well here in Pro League, but individual leagues, he hit that very hard group around the 16 SSL. Not sure how he's doing in GSL, excuse me, but just not doing as well overall in those individual leagues. Jjakji, we still haven't seen too much of him here.
That GSL pin, though, a big reminder of where he once was. At one point in his career, at that exact moment, the best Terran in the world. A long, long way from there now. Of course, back here in the hardest region in the world, in Seoul, South Korea, battling it out in Pro League.
See if he can make it work going into map number 4, Vaani Research Station. Up in the top here in the red, the Protoss player, his stats. The late bathroom toss.
Down here on the 6 o'clock, and think it's jjakji. The former NSP and the NS Hosa Terran, who actually
Was he really?
Yep, he beat Lenok.
What?
He beat Lenok in the finals.
How far we have come. It's been a while. Still looking to achieve that former glory, as you said before.
He's got a long path ahead of him.
Yeah. Getting the probe here with the minerals. I hate doing that. If I were, like, when I play, I just can't do that.
You mean like taking the probe with the minerals to the pylon?
Yeah.
You always got to return cargo and then send it. Like as soon as it goes past the Nexus and you realize you just press C and then you go back. I can't do it either.
You get one of the probes that I guess he wants to keep them stacked, so it makes sense. Maybe like he just wanted to get the one closest to the left that wasn't stacked.
The worst, man.
I understand, but it just makes me feel uncomfortable. Is all I'm saying.
The worst is when you grab 6 probes. You try to, and you do the cloning to send 3 into each gas, and like you try to do return cargo to get all the probes that you grabbed with minerals to put back into the Nexus before you send them into the gas, and like you know that you missed one, and like it goes into the gas and the minerals turn into turn into gas, and you're like, no,
because you can never get those minerals back.
You never get them back.
It's all over.
See them again.
Yeah.
It's a sad thing. Those minerals disappear. Where do they go? I think actually, if you're a Zerg player and you have minerals in your little claws, and you make a structure, the minerals actually get transferred to you no matter what.
Oh, cool!
I think, pretty sure that's the case. Either it was like that in this game, or it's like that in StarCraft 1. Either that, or it was like my childhood fantasy. I don't know. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure
like
one of
had
those.
A dream about it one time. Like
I'm pretty sure one of those 3 things is true.
We see this block here a lot on Vaani Research Station from the Protoss.
Yeah, it's important to stop Hellion run-bys while attacks happen at the backdoor expansion. We don't see that too much recently. Whoa, 2 racks follow up.
Yeah, just gonna play it a bit safe. See if he adds 3. Wouldn't be surprised. Strikes me as a jjakji thing to do.
Well, his teammate Bomber really likes to do that, especially in Wings of Liberty. Did that a lot. He would like sometimes pull some SCVs with 3 barracks, do a big attack. A lot of old variations of SCV pulls and Marine attacks in Wings of Liberty. Like not all ins where you bring like say like 6 SCVs with it. There's even one variation of 5 barracks off 2 base, and you do after a CC first. But the Mothership Core basically removes all of those. Have you heard about the recent proposed like macro mechanic changes to
No,
Legacy?
actually I haven't.
Well, I'll bring them up really quick to bring the viewers up to speed if they weren't familiar as well. There's been talk of nerfing the Mule, the Chrono Boost, and the Queen. The Queen would auto-inject but give less larva. The Chrono Boost would cost more energy, like it would cost 50 energy, for example, but not be twice as good, so it would be slightly nerfed. And then the Mule would be tweaked in some way to be even and to be fair. I I personally very against these changes. I think that the only one I think is okay is the Queen, because that's a very complicated thing for newer players to play. For sure, I think Zerg is the hardest race to get into, just starting off.
Yeah.
But I like the way that we are now, and I think it's complex enough. I like it. They have a robo here.
Yeah,
So
we've been seeing this a lot.
This could either be just a quick defensive, observer. It's pretty common to see. Could be an Immortal Bust, which would be unlikely for Sats. Or it could be a rushed Colossus drop like we saw just last week.
That's not Deer in the booth. He's not looking to humiliate someone for no reason.
Okay, there it is. It's an observer.
Yeah. We've been seeing this a lot. We actually saw this from Classic. I think this exact build where it's just, instead of going for Blink now, they just go back straight into the older style, which is just that very fast, safe robotics, get out like 3 or 4 observers. It's great on this map too. You can see all the drops coming. You can have units in position on time to defend against any kind of drops that are going in your back door. And just in general, it's not too hard to get your third base up. If the Terran is going for the greedy 3 CC play. I guess you can call it 3D.
Yeah. Now, we do have a fast Robo Bay here. This is probably going to be defensive for Colossi to take the third. This is a bit different from what we've been seeing in most of these matchups. Oh, no, not again.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I'm just saying I don't think so because I hope not, but
nah.
Maybe.
Hold on, let's just wait. It's got a turret up, man. Where's that turret up, actually? I want to see that. It's at the main base with all the Marines, just in case of... No way. No, he's not going to do it. No,
we'll see. We'll see.
Can't be it.
Observer coming in, sees everything. Sees the timing on the factory.
Oh my god.
It is. It really is.
He must have misclicked that. It's supposed to be thermal lance.
I don't know, Wolf. What are we seeing?
What did he
is
just
this?
lift up? Okay, he just lifted a probe down the ramp. Oh, because that's a tight wall, actually.
Yep.
I didn't realize that was fully tight. Okay.
Yeah, that's what they're doing these days in Vaani.
Yeah, I must have missed I missed the 2 games on this one.
They eventually kill the pylon, remake it. Is he going to follow this up? He's stopped at 47 probes. He's not making it. And he's making a bunch of gateways.
This makes me feel kind of silly because, I mean, I joked about it earlier, right? But, oh my god, double starport already, by the way.
Yeah.
But, this makes me wonder about Deer's play a little bit more. Like, is this something that people are thinking is more normal? Well, let's see.
Could be.
There's nothing in the base right now whatsoever. The coolest way I think to use this is to wait until the Terran moves out for any reason. He's actually bringing units back, expecting possibly a Warp Prism because that scan was pretty revealing. Probably expecting a Zealot drop, if anything. Stim is already ready.
Well, here we go. The Colossus coming in. He's going to get dropped straight in. He's going to have to get out of there right away. Jeez. 80 health. Gets 1 shot. He's coming back. He hasn't stopped. The Warp Prism has speed now.
He's forcing some stims here.
This is a very interesting way to get up to your
third
third base.
Out. Goodbye. Game over. See you later. And
there you have it.
Is this becoming like my most hated thing in Pro League? Like, it's really cool.
Is this actually just like the worst thing ever, Wolf? I don't know.
I mean, most people would I think most people would, like, lose their minds. They see us, they're like, oh my god, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. We're actually seeing this competitive play, but I'm like, this just isn't good still. Now he's going to move over here with this ragtag group of units to hit the third base. If he does not do serious damage here, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. But this Terran army is moving out. He needs to actually bring those medevacs back. I think, okay, he's just going to evac.
He's like, nope, I'm not doing this. Maybe he thinks it's some kind of 2-base play.
But imagine how much damage these 2 drops can actually do now that he's actually just going to hold himself up here at the top of the ramp. Those 2 drops can do so much damage. There's nothing waiting for him back at home. Nothing. Except probes to kill and a Nexus to perhaps snipe. And with all these Vikings with double starport, you can actually easily push this back. Where's the recall?
Oh, 4 health. 4 health.
Now he's going to have to unload first and do something different, but...
You know, he may be able to get that Nexus. If he comes from a different angle, like he threatens the back door and then he goes for it. You go for a double medevac Marauder drop or something.
I think jjakji is still in a pretty good spot here. He has this large army. He could actually gear up to hit a timing attack. Third CC is landed. It's hard for him to know if he can drop or not. He's going to need his whole army if he wants to hit that third base at this point, because the Protoss army is not large enough. We do see a transition to Storm. Yeah.
This is a very interesting new way to play this matchup. This is, I think, the second or third time I've seen this in Pro Korean play. That's when you really know, like, it's actually changing to be exactly like this, where it's not even just the Colossus drop. That's just like a little thing you add in to take off pressure and take your third base, maybe even on this map, because the drops are very powerful. But, you know, I definitely fear here for stats. This drop can, or rather, this pressure, this attack can do a lot of damage.
Yeah. This is a really risky moment here for stats. Now, can he hold this? Well, the Colossus completely unprotected here, goes down for free. The second Colossus and third are coming to join. Probes have to be pulled here. There are a lot of SCVs in this push, but the Vikings are totally uncontested, taking Colossus after Colossus.
Perfect position on the Vikings. Really bad position here from stats. He wasn't expecting this push to hit, and this just may be it. jjakji is going to take down stats. This is actually going to happen.
Yep. Colossus drop attempt
GG.
Fails. Again.
SBENU defeats KT 3-1.
Stats defeats himself. I am never going to let this go.
Oh boy.
It's just not viable. Stop it.
Well,
This is a huge moment for SBENU. A huge win to take over KT with a +2 indicator. And this is going to be great for them going into the rest of this round. And if the KT coach did not tell Stats to do that build, I guarantee you it's going to be an awkward ride home, man.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh, isn't that weird? Yeah.
I'm still not totally convinced that it's, you know, not viable, like straight up 100%, especially on that map. I think the interesting, like, very fast double starport at that timing may even be just to get out 2 Vikings to stop that. Like, at that exact timing, just the way it all fleshed out there. I think we still need to see more of these games. We saw Classic play this exact, you know, very kind of, well, actually, no, it wasn't Classic. It was someone else. Classic actually played Stargate. But, you know, someone's been playing this very defensive robotic style where they get the third base just by playing defensive with Colossi, not really attacking, just defending like the old times in 2014. But the Colossus drop, I don't know. I think we just need to see more. Maybe jjakji just had his number and like the correct build to stop it.
I mean, I don't know, man. I don't like it. I think it's a weak play. I think it's a humiliation attempt at best, like at best. But as it goes here, SBENU wins 3-1, and that's going to be a +2 indicator. Now, a Warp Prism speed costs 100-100, a Robotics Bay costs 200-200, and a Colossus costs 300-200. You kill, how many, did he kill a single SCV? I don't even think so.
Nope.
Not a single SCV, he forced 2 stims, and that's it. Even if he only has 1 Viking out, which he should reasonably have at that time, if he has any Vikings on the way, he's going to lose that. And if he doesn't have any Vikings out, the Warp Prism can't come back ever. It keeps the Terran at home, so I get that idea, but...
You know, it was also the positioning of the Warp Prism, too, because he flew straight into 2 Vikings without looking, and he got close enough. I think with the Warp Prism speed, you are able to micro around the Vikings, but it was just a bad position, like really bad micro and multitasking there from Stats.
This puts KT Rolster, though, down with Jin Air at 1-2 and -3, tied down there at the bottom. This is shaping up to be an interesting round 4, and it could be an even more interesting and unique playoffs if things continue this way.
I'm just loving the fact that PVT is changing this much. I just want to see more of these games, to be honest. Zest, he gets a 17th win. He's up there with Hero. Maybe these 2 guys are going to be the 2 Protosses that tie at the end of this season.
Yeah, could be, man. Here are our matchups for next Monday. It's going to be SBENU versus Jin Air, and then Samsung versus CJ Entis. A sick lineup of matches next week. Do not miss these. That's going to be amazing, actually.
Definitely want to catch this one. I think that's going to be casted by you, Moonblade.
Yes.
Going to be in Busan.
That's right.
Taking a little vacation, but I'll eventually be back. It's okay. So, not sure if we're going to have the interview this time. We didn't have it for the first one. Actually, just got the word we're not going to get the interview. So I guess that's going to be it for us, guys. We've had a lot of fun today, actually. I did myself. You can follow us on Twitter. I'm at Brendan Valdez. He's at Proxy Wolf.
Yeah, hit us up. Follow us on Twitter. Send me link me a replay of how you made Colossus drop viable. I'd love to see it.
And send me cat gifts. I would love that.
Yeah, me too, actually.
Well, that's going to be it for us, guys. We'll see you next time, actually on Thursday for SSL, so we'll be there.